Good evening, YouTube. So I have made it to Wheatley, Arkansas, and this is where I decided to go ahead and stop at. I'm still going to be able to make the delivery, but it's so far it's going to be tight. The amount of time I only have a couple of extra hours, give or take a little bit to play with. It kind of depends on how fast the traffic flows. So sorry about the wind noise. There's been a fairly strong south wind all day long. So, but it's about, I'd say it's about 85 or 86 degrees here. Humidity isn't, there's a little humidity, but I'm kind of used to it, so it's not bad. There's definitely more humidity than there was out in the desert in California and New Mexico and Arizona, but in West Texas. But you know, once you get used to the humidity, then it has to be really oppressive before I even notice it. So I've eaten, and I don't know, maybe it's 7 o'clock, might be a little later than that. So anyway, I'm going to go to bed and should be able to sleep some and leave here probably around 4:30 a.m. Central Time. And so, as I say, I should have enough time to do it, but it's going to be fairly tight. And then once I get there, I'm going to be very close to kind of being out of hours. So update on my mom and my dad. They went ahead and went to the emergency room this morning. My dad's youngest sister took them, and Dad decided he didn't really want to. He thought he was maybe feeling a little bit better. He really didn't want to be checked out again. However, Mom did, and I guess they did from what I hear, they did a CAT scan, and they've decided maybe she has a little bit of a spleen problem. Your spleen, from the research I've done, is sort of up under the left side of your rib cage, just right up under the left side. Now I'm not sure if they mean probably left side, from your perspective. So my left side would be this side, but if you were facing somebody, it would be the right side. So it's probably left side, but I think it is. But in any case, spleen handles a bunch of different functions. It deals with white blood cells and red blood cells, and filters the blood, and it has some immune system functions, and so it does several different things. And so but it can be dangerous if the thing actually breaks, if it ruptures, and it can after an impact like that. That's possible. So and I think that's probably a fairly common injury, and depending on what happens to you in an automobile accident. Even if you are wearing your seatbelt. And so I haven't heard back yet. They were going to call me and let me know, or one of my younger brothers called me and told me he'd let me know kind of what was going on, and so far I haven't heard anything. Of course, hospitals sort of move kind of slow, but they said she had good oxygen levels, and because she was having some trouble breathing. But, she's feeling really short of breath, but, there's a lot of edema or swelling. You've probably heard the term edema. It just means swelling of different things, especially after something's been traumatized. If you've got a bruise, typically something that really gets bruised will swell up. And in this case, you end up with a bunch of internal organs that are bruised or even possibly ruptured, kind of depending on what happens because of the violence involved, being in a car wreck or car accident like that. And in this case, the one thing I read, it said that getting hit from behind could even result in more serious injuries than a head-on or a collision from the front. But that was this article, so I read several different articles. There's a ton of stuff on the internet. Some of it's trying to sell you stuff. Some of it was from lawyer sites, and there were different, like WebMD and so on and so forth. So I read several different things, and it was all kind of interesting. I just realized that didn't have the microphone attached, so this may get erased. So anyway, from Wheatley, Arkansas, I'll catch you later.